What's up, Facebook? Ty Crandall here again with Credit Suite, and today we're going to be talking more about building your business credit. So if you've been following us live, you know that many months ago we started our first live streams talking about the actual steps to build business credit. Then we kind of made a jump into business loans. A lot of people asked about what it takes to actually get approved for a business loan. So we decoded that. We've walked through many different ways you can get business loans based on the strength of your business, even when you can't get money at a bank. Then we dove into credit scoring. We talked about how your credit scores work on the consumer side, business side. We even introduced you to the bank credit score, which very few people even know exists. Well, I've got so many requests of people asking us to jump back onto the topic of business credit that this is where we've returned. So we spent some time looking at some credit reports. Last week, we dove into the benefits of why anybody would want to get business credit. We kind of outlined the benefits to you of having credit that's linked to your EIN number and not your social security number. Today, we're going to give you an overview of how the business credit building process works. I'm going to kind of give you an overview of the 5 core steps to building business credit. Now, in the weeks to come, we're going to decode every single one of these for 2017 because a lot of stuff has changed. Vendors have come and gone. How you access reports, what D&B Credit Builder does, the elements that you need to focus on to make sure your business is set up credibly. New cash credit sources have arrived. You can now get financing for auto vehicles based on your business credit. So much has changed that we're going to dive in and decode these steps that we're going to review today in the weeks to come, so you'll know exactly what you need to do to build your business credit. And the other best part of this is that you're also going to be able to ask questions and engage here live if you're on the live stream. If you're not, then you can post a question and we'll always get back to you later. So this way, not only will we map out the steps to build business credit, but I'll be here to coach you through the process in case you get stuck. So before we dive in today, to give you an overview of the steps of building business credit, let me first just real quickly and briefly go back to why you'd want to build your business credit. Let's dive in just a real quick summary as people come in to why the benefits of building, or what the benefits of building business credit are, and then we'll go in an overview of this process so you'll know exactly what you need to do to build your business credit. And then again in the weeks to come, we're going to decode every step of this process in 2017 so you'll know what's changed and what you need to do moving forward. So, to the whiteboard. So when we look at the business credit building process, remember a lot of different things. Let me grab my Sharpie here. Or not my Sharpie, but my fancy dry erase marker here. Okay, so remember when we talk about business credit, we're talking about your business building a credit profile linked under its EIN number that's separate from the credit profile that's linked to you as having a social security number. Okay, so again, we're going to do a quick overview here as people come in, and then we'll get to the actual point at hand. Thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the shares. So what I'm going to do after this is we'll then dive in and start decoding the overview of these steps. So remember with business credit, a lot of reasons you're going to want to do this as an overview of last week because there's no impact on your personal credit. These two are separate, so there's no personal credit check for approval. And the business credit accounts that we're going to talk about getting here report on this business credit report, not your consumer. So 2 big benefits, because what happens is nobody pulls your personal credit, so there's no inquiry, which doesn't affect this aspect of your score. There's no utilization. There's no reporting on your credit, which helps that aspect of the score. And your personal credit can be really bad, and you can still get business credit because these two are completely separate. Okay, another thing, a reason that you're going to want to focus on this is that you're not personally guaranteeing this credit we're talking about. There's no personal liability at all. So if they were to ever sue because you default, they can come after your business, but they can't come after you as an individual. Another huge benefit is I'm going to be showing you in the weeks to come how to get this kind of credit fast. As a matter of fact, in 2 weeks, we're going to do we're going to start diving into vendor credit accounts here, and I'm going to show you how to start getting vendor credit accounts right away, store credit at most major retail stores in 60 days, fleet and cash credit, which is your Visa cards, MasterCards, within about 90 to 120 days. Another huge benefit is review, as these limits are very high. As a matter of fact, when we look at some of the limits that our actual live stream followers are seeing, these are much higher than you normally see on regular credit cards. You might not have a $40,000 store credit card at a place like Best Buy, or $40,000 fleet credit cards, okay? Or $20,000 credit cards. Limits are very high in the business world because a business has a greater need for capacity than you do as a consumer. Another huge benefit in review is that startups can qualify. You don't need collateral and you don't need cash flow, and you can still get approved for business credit. As a matter of fact, business credit's the only way that if you don't have cash flow, collateral, or credit, you can get a loan. Remember, we've talked about this in the weeks before, that there's three main ways you can get a business loan. You have to have either some kind of consistent cash flow, you need to have good credit or a guarantor that does, or you need to have some kind of collateral. Okay, but if you don't have any of these, well, business credit's the only way you can get business financing. You cannot get business financing if you do not have one of these three things. And thanks, Alex. I appreciate the love, man. Okay, so another benefit in review is that it doubles your borrowing ability. Business credit's the only legal way you could do this. You can actually get two different credit profiles, one for your business, one for you as an individual. Okay, it's the only way that's possible, so it allows you to get credit under both reports, one under your EIN, one under your social, doubling your ability to get money. And it also increases the value of your business, gives you a competitive advantage. Okay, any business that can access large amounts of credit is just absolutely worth more than businesses that aren't. Not to mention it makes you lendable. Last week we dove in and looked at actual business credit reports where they tell you whether you should be approved and how much you should be approved for. Alex, you're going crazy on the likes. I love it. Thanks, man. So, the last point we talked about last week, anybody can see your reports. I've shown you guys this before, and in about 3 weeks, we're going to be doing just this. I'll pull your business credit reports live right here on Facebook, and I'll review them with you so you can see how easy it is for anybody that gets your reports to access them. So now you have an idea of why you'd want to build business credit. We covered this in depth last week, so if you want more info, then go to our last live stream, check it out. But today we're going to give you an overview of the actual steps, what you need to know in this process to start from having no business credit whatsoever to actually start getting these kind of limit accounts that I showed you, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 limit accounts. Any business can do this, even as a startup. How? I'm going to show you right now. So here's an overview of the steps we're going to be covering in depth in the weeks to come. These are the 5 main steps of building business credit. And let me give you, in this video, a summary of these steps. And then I won't be on next week because I'll be in San Diego. But the week after that, I will actually return and we'll start decoding it starting here with step 1. So the very first step of building business credit is to make sure that you have a business set up and that your business looks legitimate. You've got to set up your entity and get any licensing that you need. You need to make sure your listings are congruent online, that you have a business name that is the same as all of your listings online and that reflects that you're not in a high-risk industry. You should have a website and email address, a business phone, a business address, or a virtual address. All these things we'll be talking about in depth in 2 weeks. And thank you guys for the loves and likes, and thank you guys for the shares. I appreciate it. Lets me know I'm on the right track. So that being said, we're going to be talking about all this stuff next week in depth because a lot's changed. It's now more common and easier for you to use a home address. There's a better virtual office source than Regis, for example. A lot of things have changed, and we'll talk more about that in depth. But the first step in building business credit is to make sure you're credible. It's the same thing with getting a business loan. Before you even think of applying for any type of business loan, guys, you need to make sure that your business is set up credibly. Angel, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You've got to make sure your business is set up credibly. Don't even think about getting a loan or credit unless you set up your business credibly because, guys, listen, lenders and credit issuers have these set of requirements that you must meet before you're actually going to qualify. Mr. Freeze has joined the call. What an honor that is, man. Welcome. Thanks for coming. You're the man. You and Alex. How could Alex going crazy on the likes? This is awesome. So the second step, after you've set up your business credibly, then the next thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you access your business credit reports and get set up with the reporting agencies. It's free to do this. So in the weeks that follow, I'm going to show you how to get your DUNS number for free, how to search your information on all reporting agencies to make sure that the information being reported is accurate. Okay, and you can also go to creditsuite.com/reports to get your initial report. You might not want to do that until we talk in a couple weeks about what you need to know. You want to get your report, see what's on there, and fix any inaccuracies. And on these live streams, I'm going to show you how to fix your business credit for free. Thank you, guys. Alex and Dave are now going back and forth with the likes and loves, competing. You gotta love that. That's awesome. So now you've made sure your business is set up credibly. You've gotten access to your reports. You've disputed any inaccuracies. You've got your DUNS numbers set up. The next thing you're going to do is start getting vendor accounts. And I've added a bunch of new sources here, including secure credit cards and vendor accounts we're going to review in the weeks to come. 5 of these accounts on your report that don't require a social security number establish this business credit report. So guys, that's our goal. What our goal to do is to create a business credit report for your EIN. To do that, what we do is we get accounts that report to the business credit reporting agencies that anybody can get. Even as a startup, even without cash flow, even without collateral, you can get these. Once these report to the reporting agencies, that gives you trade lines, a score, then you have a profile established. With that profile, then what happens from there is you use that established profile to start getting high limit store credit cards, fleet credit cards, cash credit cards without the personal guarantee and without the personal credit check. Great show. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. And thanks again, guys. And the love. So let me give you an idea what this looks like for real approvals. This is Mark. This is Christine. Both of us follow on the live streams on Periscope and Facebook. You start with these kind of accounts, these vendors, Uline, Quill, Granger, Office Depot, $500 to $2,000 limit accounts. Once those hit your credit report, you immediately start jumping up to these kind of approvals, $7,500, $4,500, $3,500, okay? You also come in, hey, Dwayne, welcome. Or, hey, Dane, sorry, I called you Dwayne. Hey, Dane, welcome. Christine is doing the exact same thing. She starts jumping up to $5,000, $8,000, $15,000 approvals, $20,000 approvals, $40,000 approvals. So this is the process on what it looks like with real credit obtained. Start with smaller limit, $500 to $2,000 starter vendor accounts. Then you jump to store credit pretty quick to $7,500, $3,500, $4,500. Then you start making the jump up to $5,000, $8,000, $15,000, $12,000, all the way up to $20,000, $40,000. This whole process to start getting these kind of limits only takes about 90 to 120 days, okay? So that being said, that's exactly what we're talking about, and it starts with these steps, including getting 5 of those starter vendor accounts. Once you have 5 of those, then you can start getting store credit at most major retail stores. I named some, but most major retailers offer business credit. Staples, Lowe's, AutoZone, Office Depot, Macy's, okay? Walmart even does. Okay, BJ, Sprint, Sears, Sunoco, Costco, almost all major gas companies do. Apple does, Dell does, Sam's Club. Okay, almost all major retailers offer this kind of business credit, guys, that we're talking about right here. And you can start to get high limit credit card accounts in about 60 days from starting the business credit building process. All linked to your EIN, all of them requiring no social security number. A lot of them won't even ask for your social. Once you've done that and you get about 5 more of these kind of accounts, then you can start getting fleet and cash credit. Amex, MasterCard, Visa cards, without a personal guarantee, without a social security number being required, all on your business credit reports, not on your consumer credit reports. Your consumer credit reports are not even pulled and used in the decision-making process. Alex and Dave, thank you guys for the likes and the love. You guys are going crazy. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for the likes, everybody. Thanks for the loves. Thanks for the shares. And Apostle, thanks. Wow, 90 to 120 days. It's fast. I love that strategy. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. Guys, that's what business credit about. Business credit's about getting credit to fund your business without being personally liable for it. Separating your business and your personal credit. It's about getting credit that's linked on your business's ability to pay, not you as an individual. It's about getting credit that doesn't show on your personal credit report and doesn't even require a review of your personal credit report for approval. It's about getting really high limit accounts that are designed to fund a business versus using smaller limit accounts that you have now on the consumer side to try to fund your business when they were intended to help you build personal credit, not to come in and establish and build business credit or fund your business. That's what business credit's about. It's exactly what we're going to be diving into in the weeks to come in our live streams. Okay, Jack, welcome. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming. Thank you you guys, everybody. Everybody just shared. Thank you guys for liking this. Thank you for sharing. It lets me know I'm on the right track. So we are going to decode this whole process. Next week, I will be in San Diego with a couple of people on the stream here, with Mr. Freeze, with Alex. I will be out there with these guys and many more at a really cool conference that we've got going on. The next week, I'm going to come back, and when I come back live and decode the credibility aspect. We are going to decode this. We're going to map out everything you need to do to get approved for not just business credit cards, like we're talking about here, but to also get approved for business loans. The exact formula that lenders don't want you to know about that will help you get approved for business loans and for business credit cards. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about. Okay, then what else we're going to do is the week after that, we're going to talk about getting set up with the reporting agencies, getting your DUNS number for free, making sure your information is accurate, fixing it if it's not. The following week, we're going to decode vendor accounts. I'm going to give you about 10 or 15 vendor accounts that you can actually get. I'm going to show you what these look like on real business credit reports. And then week before that, I'll even pull your business credit report. If you want to pull your business credit report, I will pull it right here on this live stream. Alex says, I like business credit more than Dave Freeze. It might be, it sounds like it's a close competition. But you're liking and he loves, so I don't know. Anybody could win at this. Okay, then we're going to dive in and I'm going to tell you exactly how to get store credit. Not only are we going to look at these on a whiteboard, we're going to look at their real business credit reports and more and see what these accounts look like. You're going to see people that have $50,000, $100,000 in credit. People that are being recommended for $50,000, $100,000 or more in actual business credit because they've taken these steps. And then we're going to actually wrap up and show you how to get fleet credit and cash credit. As a matter of fact, before I'm probably even going to make a little bit of a zig because next Wednesday, I think we're going to do a Facebook live stream where I'm actually going to bring somebody else on. I'm going to do a dual stream with somebody else. We're going to go into their room and we're going to be into our room here too, where you're seeing this too on our page and in their room, so we can talk more about business credit overview and you'll get to learn a little bit more about consumer credit building and scoring too, because I'm bringing a foremost expert on next Wednesday, and I think we're doing that next Wednesday afternoon. So keep an eye out on our Facebook page as we dive into that. So I'm going to wrap up for today. I really appreciate everybody coming. So remember, not next week, Wednesday, I will be on Facebook Live. I'll put that information on our Facebook page. The following Thursday at 11 o'clock, we'll be going back to the whiteboard talking about how to set up your business credibly to get business loans and business credit. So keep your eye out. Today was just a short summary overview. Okay, in the weeks to come, we're going to be diving into doing a lot more, including pulling your business credit report, answering any questions, mapping this out, and helping you coaching you through the actual process, showing you how it works, answering your questions, and helping you every step of the way. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. That'll be great. Thanks, Dave, so much for coming. I did more liking than you. That's awesome. I appreciate Dave and Alex competing for who has the most likes, loves, and wows. Do they also have a room of awesome whiteboards? Well, look, I got to have one more coming here. I've got this one, and then this wall is still blank. But the whiteboard's right outside this door, and that's going to be added soon. So just a whole room full of whiteboards. That's my office, a desk and a whole room full of whiteboards. Alex, I got to see what you work out of. I've seen what Dave works out of, but I haven't seen what you work out of. I've got to do that. So I look forward to seeing you guys all next Wednesday. I'll be on here in the afternoon. I'm not sure the time yet. I'll post it on the Facebook page where I'm going to have a special guest. The first time I've ever done a live stream with somebody else. And then the following Thursday, I'll be back to the whiteboard, teaching you how to set up your business credibly to get business loans and to get business credit. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to going through this with you. I'm excited about going through the process. Awesome. I'm going to help you through it. And if you get stuck along the way, I'll be here to help you, coach you through the process. And remember that these are designed where we go through a step, you take actions, then any pitfalls you have, we discuss the next week as we talk about the next step. So every step, you're going to learn what to do, be able to take action, ask me questions the following week as we walk you through this entire process. Do one at Traffic and Conversion Summit with us, is what Dave is saying. I might do that. So Thursday, Next Thursday, Alex, Dave, and I will all be in San Diego at Traffic and Conversion Summit, which is digital marketing's event. It's huge. It's awesome. It's unbelievable. And Dave says maybe we should do a live stream there, which we very well might do, and push the stream to all of our pages and groups. We'll see how that works out. I'll keep you guys in the loop. Just watch us on Facebook. Follow us there, and we'll update, and in our events, we'll tell you when our next events will be. So I look forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday. And then possibly, as Dave said, maybe we all get onto a group stream while we're in San Diego. Then the following Thursday at 11, I'll be back to the normal Thursday at 11 schedule to go back to the whiteboard and decode a large part of this process. We will share. That's awesome. I appreciate everybody liking, loving, sharing. It means a lot. Thank you guys all very, very, very much for coming. And Dane, thank you very much for coming. Thanks everybody for the likes, the shares, the loves. And I will see you next Wednesday. We'll post the exact time on the events on our Facebook page. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.